Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to My Coach Ministry podcast. And today we're going to be introducing a new thought, a new idea, a new concept. And before we go, let's have some music. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our podcast today. It didn't, hold on. I'm trying to get the music start up. Yes, there we go. I need some music today. Yes, so this is the music we're going to play for today. Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome to My Coach Ministry podcast. And today we're going to introduce something new to you, and it is called Entrepreneurs Aloud. We're happy to be entrepreneurs, and we're happy to be positioning ourselves to help entrepreneurs as they grow, develop from idea to from brainstorming to ideas to concept development and the works. So let's give a round of cheer for all entrepreneurs everywhere. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, advancing entrepreneurship and building a community of doers, that's what we're about. Entrepreneurs Aloud is a new project that I'm launching. I'm Coach Raquel, and I'm happy to be here with you. It's a new project I'm launching, and we're going to be having like Zoom meetings and stuff, and really working with persons who have ideas to have brainstorming sessions and do some focus group and research to really galvanize support and resources and tools for entrepreneurs to build and grow and develop and advance in what they're doing. So today we just want to. This is our first podcast in the segment or in this project. It's our first, and I hope that it will bring about for you clarity, information, possibilities. I hope it will really be of value to you, because that's what we're seeking to do, is to add value to your life. And there's no cost for this. So we certainly hope that it'll be good for you. So the first thing we're going to look at is, who is an entrepreneur? Who's an entrepreneur? And entrepreneur with a capital E. I think entrepreneurs have earned it. Yes? Entrepreneur with a capital E. So an entrepreneur is a risen leader who will bring about advancement within his community, his or her community, society, or world. Although many times misunderstood, undervalued, and neglected, entrepreneurs solve problems we didn't even know we had or foresaw coming. An entrepreneur, therefore, is a leader. So how is an entrepreneur a leader? Well, a leader is someone who brings into reality or existence something that did not exist before. Entrepreneurs are starters, doers, carriers of vision, builders of dreams, generators, and initiators. Entrepreneurs endure the pain of bringing about new solutions and remedies. Now ask yourself, am I an entrepreneur? Here are my top 10 qualities of an entrepreneur. So if you have any of these, chances are you may be an entrepreneur, right? 1, an entrepreneur is equipped with an inner motivator. He or she is self-driven, and no one needs to usher him or her into action. He or she is proactive. When you find yourself being that you can self-motivate, you're proactive on your own. You get up and get stuff done. That's a sign. That's one of the qualities you need as an entrepreneur. Number 2, an entrepreneur is a creator. Building, molding, forming, and creating a new prospective tool is a constant thought and action for entrepreneurs. And number 3, an entrepreneur is a problem solver. Entrepreneurs appreciate and value problems. They know these are new opportunities to create and bring about value for people. And number 4, an entrepreneur is a risk taker. Without risks, there is little pleasure in winning. Risk stimulates an excitement that drives desire in people who are creative and innovative. Number 5, an entrepreneur is an innovator. One of the realities an entrepreneur faces oftentimes is lack of support from those around them. And here is why. You are the only one who has the ability to feel the excitement, understand the power, and see the potential of this great new thing God has chosen you to bring about. When you are the vessel for the birth of greatness, chances are you will be on your own to a certain extent because nobody else knows about it but you. It hasn't been birthed yet, because you're conceptualizing it and you're working and you're developing it. So it's sometimes difficult for others to believe in something they have no knowledge of or they don't know. So it's a matter of them now having faith in you, right? And your vision, your dream, your desire, that spark that you have. So because you're an innovator, sometimes you may have to stand alone as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is required to be an opportunist. This doesn't mean you must become opportunistic. However, you must have the know-how to spot an opportunity, a good opportunity, grab it and run with it. And number 7, an entrepreneur is a breakdown specialist. That's what I call it, right? He or she does not lament a problem. Don't lament when there's a problem, nor become the center of its midst. No. An entrepreneur is a disruptor and knows that by virtue of this, he or she will influence breakdowns. And number 8, an entrepreneur is purpose-driven. A creator, developer, leader, otherwise known as an entrepreneur, who has not come into the knowledge of God's will for his or her life a leader, otherwise known as an entrepreneur, who has now come into the knowledge of God's will for his or her life. And that person has the potential to become a menace to society. This is what I'm saying. Let me say that again. An entrepreneur is a purpose-driven. An entrepreneur is purpose-driven. A creator, developer, leader, otherwise known as an entrepreneur, who has not come into the knowledge of God's will for his or her life, has the potential to become a menace to society. Purpose attracts favor and ingenuity. He or she will feel like a trapped soul, tied up in the misery of his or her own potential. They must seek help. If you've been an entrepreneur, you may have an idea of what I'm talking about. When you feel pregnant with an idea, but you don't know where it's coming from or what you're supposed to do with it, you don't know how to direct it, you don't know what it's about because you have not yet connected with purpose. That's what I'm talking about. It can turn you into a menace, until you discover, oh, this is why I have this gift. This is why I have this yearning. The Bible says, without vision, the people perish. You need vision and you need to have an idea of what's the mission. So that's why it's important to be purpose-driven. An entrepreneur is someone who is purpose-driven. Number 9, an entrepreneur is a misfit. Yes, we are. They are bound to stand out. The call of entrepreneurship can be a very lonely road. It pulls you out of a crowd and highlights the problems and breakdowns therein, for which your innovation will offer a solution. And the final one, number 10, an entrepreneur is an originator. To learn what an originator is, you need to take my course, my course is on Udemy. It's called Learn Your Ideal Customer. And on Udemy, we are Mindfulness and Ministry Masterclass. You should check it out. As an entrepreneur, you have the gift of creating and birthing something new. So today, as we talk about who is an entrepreneur, I hope you were able to get some insight into whether or not you are an entrepreneur and and what the qualities are for someone who is. How do you succeed and thrive as an entrepreneur? To truly benefit from the gift of being an entrepreneur, you have to learn the principles and vulnerabilities that will empower your win or lead to your fail. In our next session, in our next podcast coming up, part two, we will look at the principles of successful entrepreneurship, followed by 10 reasons you will fail. Of course, to learn more about me, about what I do, about My Coach Ministry, please go to www.mycoachministry.com. I am Coach Raquel. It's been such a pleasure being here with you. To learn more about your purpose, book a session with me, a success coaching session, or sign up for the course, another of my Udemy course, Learn Personal Branding for Ministry, again under Mindfulness in Ministry Masterclass. And that's a course that I worked on with myself and Minister Merritt. And it's very insightful. You know, we look at God as the businessman to help you connect with who you're meant to be. You know, you are an entrepreneur by default, and I want to leave you with that tip. Right? You're an entrepreneur by default. And please sign up for Entrepreneurs Allowed Zoom meetings every 4 Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow us, go to the website to do that. That's mycoachministry.com. You can follow us on social media. We're on IG, that's Instagram at My Coach Ministry, Facebook at My Coach Ministry, and on YouTube, MIM Masterclass, and go to our website for everything else. It's such a pleasure being here with you. I hope it was useful for you, and we wish you all the best today as you go throughout your day. Entrepreneurs Allowed. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.